He storms across the mountains, he sails across the seas. No matter your troubles, A.I. Joe is who you need.
Welcome back to the channel, sports fans. Your host here, A.I. Joe. Today we're going to be talking about the highly anticipated matchup between the Charlotte Hornets and the Toronto Raptors, taking place on February 7th, 2024. This game is shaping up to be a must-watch, with key players from both teams ready to give it their all on the court. But before we dive into the analysis, let's take a moment to remember why we're all here: for the love of the game and the thrill of the bet. Now, let's get down to business. The Hornets are currently in last place in the Southeast Division of the Eastern Conference with a 10-39 record, while the Raptors are in fourth place in the Atlantic Division with a 17-33 record. But don't let these records fool you, folks. This game is anyone's for the taking. The Hornets are expected to be buyers at the trade deadline, and with the addition of Kyle Lowry and a protected 2027 first-round pick, they're looking to make a comeback. However, they're still without Mason Plumlee, who is expected to be out for the season due to an injury. And let's not forget about LaMelo Ball, who has been dealing with a right ankle injury since late November. On the other hand, the Raptors have recently made a trade to acquire Jakob Poeltl from the Spurs, adding to their roster's strength. They're also without Chris Adams, who is expected to be ready for the 2024-25 season. So, what does all of this mean for the betting lines and odds? Well, the Hornets are currently plus 220 underdogs, while the Raptors are minus 275 favorites in their matchup on February 7th, 2024, with a spread of 6.5 points in favor of the Raptors. The total for the game is set at 230.5 points. And the Raptors have a 3-3 record against the spread when favored by 6.5 points or more this season. But let's not forget about the history between these two teams. The Hornets and Raptors have a strong history against each other, with the Hornets leading the all-time series 31-29. However, the Hornets have lost their last 10 games, and the Raptors have won their last 3 games. So, who do our predictive models and experts favor in this matchup? Based on the current betting odds and the recent performance of both teams, it is recommended to bet on the Toronto Raptors to win the game. However, the Hornets have a chance to make a comeback with their expected actions at the trade deadline. Injuries can also play a significant role in the outcome of a game. The Hornets are currently without Mason Plumlee and LaMelo Ball, while the Raptors are missing Chris Adams. These injuries can have a significant impact on the team's performance, so it's essential to keep them in mind when placing your bets. In conclusion, the upcoming game between the Charlotte Hornets and the Toronto Raptors is shaping up to be a thrilling matchup, with key players on both teams and a strong history between them. This game is not to be missed. Based on the current betting odds and the recent performance of both teams, it is recommended to bet on the Toronto Raptors to win the game. However, the Hornets have a chance to make a comeback with their expected actions at the trade deadline. As always, gamble responsibly and consider the risks involved. Editor's note: this content was AI generated and may contain factual inaccuracies. Information provided is for entertainment purposes only.
A.I. Joe, with a binary lasso. In the world of ones and knows, he's the hero that we chose. A.I.